Hi girls, this is Miss Page here. Happy Friday. Um, Today, before I get started, I want to go over just something that we've been noticing as we've been looking through your news ELA lessons. Really awesome job to those who are going on daily, reading through the articles, answering the multiple choice questions, and then going on to look at our short response. Starting next week, we'll actually be showing off some of our girls' short responses. So make sure you're going on there and you're really showing your best work. Um, I think in regards to our multiple choice questions, we're going on there and I'm not really sure we're taking our full time and using all the strategies that we've been practicing in class. Remember, you want to read through the article fully one time. Then you want to ask your brain the question so that they're thinking in the back of your mind. And then you want to reread the question, so reread the article. So then those questions are coming to the front of your mind as you're reading. Then you go back to the questions and really think about what it's asking and where in the text you're getting your answer from. What we're noticing is girls are only spending really a few minutes. 4, 5, 6 minutes on each article, and in that time, they're answering 4 questions. Okay, that's really not long enough to make sure that we're really choosing the best answer. Okay, so starting next week, we'll be showing off some of our awesome work on our videos. However, we want to make sure that we're really putting forth our best effort, and that requires time. So make sure you're doing all the steps before you answer the questions, okay? Because we're not spending a lot of time at all on them. Okay. So keep up the good work with logging in there, but let's make sure that we're really using our time wisely and we're going on there to show our best work, following all our steps to solve the questions. Okay? Today's lesson, by the end of it, you should be able to say, yes, I can describe characters in a story. Thinking about their traits, specifically, we're looking at motivations today, or sometimes you could describe their feelings and explain how their actions contribute to the sequence of events. So today we'll be thinking about what motivated the author to do what he was doing. We'll find out as we read. And what steps did he take in the story? What events occurred to make sure he was successfully meeting his motivation? Okay, so let's get started and we are going to read. Oh, let me get back to the first page. Okay, today's story is called Pet Peeves. Okay, Dennis has a great idea for making money, but it won't work unless he can get his bossy big brother to help him out. And that's no easy job. So read along with me. The story is called Pet Peeves. Read along with me out loud and challenge yourself as you go. See you kids later, said Brad. He was zipping up his new jacket as he hurried off. My friend Sue looked puzzled. How come your brother has money to buy new stuff and you don't? I sighed. Brad's old enough to have a job. Must be nice to have money, Sue said. I wanted to go to a soccer camp this summer, but the price went up so we can't afford it. Yeah, I could sure use a new glove, I said. This one's a wreck. No wonder I drop every fly ball. Hey, Sue said, maybe we can find a way to pay for my camp and your glove ourselves. We're too young to have real jobs, I pointed out, and we can't rob a bank since neither of us can drive a getaway car. Dennis, be serious, said Sue. Let's try to think of a job we really could do. We took a walk and talked it over. We could help Brad with his paper route, suggested Sue. He'd never go for it, I scoffed. There'd be less money for him. Have you noticed how he's been buying new clothes and stuff? I think he's got a crush on some girl named Lisa. Sue giggled. How about babysitting? She said. We're only 9, I reminded her. Mr. Braga hurried with his dog, Sparky. I wish I had a dog, I said for the 100th time. You'd get tired of walking him, Sue said. No way, not if... I stopped. That's it, I yelled. Let's start a pet care business. It just might work, Sue said. Of course it will, and might show my mom that I can take care of a dog of my own. So in the speech bubble beside Mr. Braga, it said, I can't play now, Sparky. I have to get to work. And in the bottom, we have a little information box. Free enterprise means you have the freedom to start and run a business. Anybody can start a business. First, you need a good idea. Dennis likes dogs, so he thinks of pet sitting. What are your interests? We were busy making plans when Brad came back. He had a goofy new haircut. Sue and I looked at each other and grinned. What are you guys up to? He asked. We're starting a pet care business, I said. Cool, said Brad. How are you going to do it? By making signs, I answer. We'll just put them up and wait for people to call. Call where? Asked Brad. Mom will never let you use our home phone. Brad was right. He'd gotten his own phone line with his paper route money. Mom had told him he tied up the home phone too much. My mom will say the same thing about our phone, Sue said. Could we use yours? I asked Brad. Of course, he said. And down the bottom in the blue, every business sells something. Some business sells goods, things like books and toys. A supermarket sells groceries. A shoe store sells shoes. Some businesses sell services, things people do for other people. Babysitters are paid to take care of kids. Dentists are paid to fix teeth. I was suspicious. Brad had agreed too quickly. And, he went on, I'd even be willing to answer the phone for you. All you have to do is pay me half the money the business makes. Half? I gasped. That's the deal. Phone lines cost a lot. What could we do? We have to have a phone. So we said okay. We picked a name for our business and made a cool sign. It was hard to figure out what to charge, so we looked up pet sitters in the phone book and called a few. Since we were just starting out, we made our prices low. Okay, so it's called Perfect Pet Sitter, and it's got all their information on the sheet right there for them to hand out. Advertising is all the different ways you let people know about your business. Businesses advertise in lots of ways, with flyers and billboards, on the radio and TV, in newspapers and magazines. We used Brad's printer to make a whole bunch of copies. He only charged us for the paper. Sue and I put the ads in the vet's office, in the park, in the pet shop, and in the supermarket. The ads worked. Brad's phone started ringing. Lots of people needed dog walkers, cat sitters, and gerbil feeders. Someone even asked us to take care of his boa constrictor. Marketing is how you plan to sell something. You think about who will want to buy what you are selling and how you get their attention. For example, you can set up a lemonade stand where thirsty people walk by, like near a park on a hot day. Sue and I got up early every day to walk dogs and feed cats. Brad slept late. He said his job was answering the phone when customers called. He was probably hoping someone else might call too, someone named Liza. And you can see Brad on the phone. He says, Hello, this is Perfect Pet Sitters. I think it's wonderful that the kids are working together so nicely, I heard my mother say. Yes, and how sweet of Brad to lend a hand, I heard Sue's mother answer. And they have their schedule up to make sure that they're walking Sparky, walking Baxter, they're cleaning Fluff's cage, they're cleaning Goldie's tank. A customer is someone who buys your goods or services. If you want your business to make money, you need customers. We put up more ads and made special t-shirts. Soon we had more business than we could handle. Since I like dogs, Sue let me take the dog jobs. How was dog walking? She asked me. Fine, I said, except I had to walk 4 dogs at a time and they all decided to chase a squirrel in the pouring rain. How was the Herman snake? I asked. Okay, but he escaped and it took me forever to find him. And then I had to hurry up and feed the mayor's parrot, play with the Wong's ferrets, and clean Adam's slimy fish tank. I'm tired. If you have a business, you have costs, like advertising. The money you make after you subtract your costs is called your profit. Just then we heard Brad yell, Sue! Dennis! He handed each of us two more messages. I can't be at two places at once, wailed Sue. Why can't you do a few jobs? I asked Brad. Someone has to answer the phone, Brad said. Let's take turns, Sue said. Brad just shrugged. That's not our deal. He began sorting the money into two piles, a big one for himself and two small ones for Sue and me. Maybe we could hire my kid's sister, Claire, and her friends, said Sue. They could do the easy stuff like filling water bowls. Great idea, I said. Okay, said Brad, but their pay has to come out of your part of the money. Sue and I just looked at each other. The little kids were thrilled to be junior pet sitters. Having them help out did make things easier, but not for long. And the business kept growing, and Brad kept turning us down when we asked him to do some of the pet sitting. Soccer camp starts in 2 weeks, said Sue a few days later, and I haven't even made half the money I needed. I nodded gloomily. I'm not even close to being able to buy a new glove. Brad's just not being fair. It's time to do something, said Sue. A business gets bigger when it gets more customers or when customers buy more. One happy customer leads to another. When customers are pleased, they tell their friends. We called the little kids together for a meeting. We think it's time to go on strike, Sue said. What's a strike? Asked Claire. It's when a group of workers get together and agrees to stop working, Sue explained. We want Brad to do his fair share of the work and give us our fair share of the money, I said. He keeps saying no. So we'll all stop pet sitting until he listens. Hooray! Cheered the younger kids. I don't think they really understood, but I guess a strike sounded like fun. A strike is when workers walk off their jobs. It's a way of trying to get what they want, such as higher pay or more time off. Sometimes strikers win, and sometimes they don't. Nobody really wants to go on strike, but workers do it when talks with their bosses fail. The next morning we began to picket. Brad poked his head out of the window. What's all the noise? My phone's been ringing nonstop and I can't hear. His voice trailed off as he read her signs. We're on strike, said Claire cheerfully. We're protesting unfair labor practices, I said. Brad looked at me. You and Sue come inside. Let's talk this over before our customers see these signs. A picket line is a line of people on strike. Sometimes the pictures carry signs. They make up chants like 1, 2, 3, 4, we won't take this anymore. 5, 6, 7, 8, pay us more, we won't wait. Okay, and you can see their signs say want clean kitty litter, pay the kitty sitter. We dog walkers are ready to walk. And it says strike, no fair, poopers, scoopers unite. Perfect pet sitters on strike, dog walkers, dog tired. We had a long talk. We told Brad we couldn't handle all the work by ourselves. This time he really listened. Then we made a new deal. And oh yeah, he gave the kids a little raise. And they have a whole new list of rules that they need to follow by. We all went outside. Strike's over. We won! I yelled. Everyone cheered. Why do you think Brad gave in so fast? Sue asked me. He quit his paper route last week, so now being a perfect pet sitter is the only way he has to earn money. Besides, Brad knew he was wrong. Talking about something to try to reach an agreement is called negotiating. When people negotiate, they try to make a decision that is fair to everyone. A few weeks later, Sue and I were on my front stoop. She'd spent the morning at soccer camp. I'd be playing ball with my new glove. We had more free time now that Brad was pet sitting too. Brad had been so nice to us lately, said Sue. Yeah, I agree. Maybe it's because Lisa started calling him back. Shh! Here he comes now, Sue whispered. Hi, guys, said Brad. Hi, I replied. What's in the box? Oh, this, he said. It's a present for you. Did I hear right? For me? I opened it up.